So you've got a Trident, or you're thinking of picking one up and you want to know how the whole reagent swapping thing works. Solid question. The good news is it is super simple, very easy, and I'm going to walk you through it right now. Neptune Systems did a great job making swapping reagents on the Trident a really easy process by providing a task in Fusion that walks you through it step by step, not only with instructions but also visuals, making it just about impossible to get wrong. First things first, you will need a set of new reagents. You can pick them up in either a 2-month supply or a 6-month supply. The 6-month packs are going to save you quite a bit and basically work out to buying 4 months and you get 2 months for free, which is fantastic. They also include a bottle of calibration solution in each set of reagents, so you'll get 3 bottles if you get a 6-month set, or a single bottle if you're getting the 2-month set. They also include a bottle of calibration solution with each set of reagents, which means in the 6-month pack, you will get 3 bottles of calibration solution. Now, let's get on to swapping out the reagents. Right on the Fusion dashboard, you can click on the Trident panel to cycle through various displays, one of which will show you how much reagent you have left, so you can always make sure you've got new reagents on hand and roughly when you'll need to swap them out. You'll also notice that the Trident consumes about twice as much alkalinity reagent, or reagent A, compared to the other two, which is why you get 2 of those bottles in every pack of reagents. Depending on whether or not you need to replace just the alkalinity reagent or all 3, there are 2 separate tasks in Fusion to get either of those jobs done. First, click on the clipboard icon in Fusion, scroll down, or type in Trident in the search bar to find the list of Trident-specific tasks. Then click on either Trident Reagent A replacement or Trident Reagent replacement, depending on whether or not you need to replace alkalinity only or all 3. I'm going to be replacing all 3 reagents in this video to show you what that looks like, but if you choose to replace only Reagent A, it's basically identical and just skips the other 2 bottles. When you click on the task, it's going to give you a quick breakdown of what that task is going to do and asks you to confirm if you'd like to perform that task by clicking Next. Then it'll ask you to select the Trident you want to perform the task on. Since most of us will only have 1 Trident, you can tap on the Trident in the list and it'll move on to the next step. Then carefully slide out the reagent drawer and click Next. You'll then be asked to unscrew the cap from the first reagent bottle, set it aside, remove the old reagent bottle, and dispose of it. It will also give you a big warning box letting you know that you cannot reuse or add any remaining reagent from the old bottles to the new reagent bottles, as it can foul the new reagent and negatively affect the accuracy of the Trident. The next 2 steps ask you to do the exact same with reagents B and C. Once you've got all of the old reagents removed, you'll then be prompted to start adding the new reagents, starting with reagent C. First, give the bottle a good shake, remove the cap, set it aside, place the open bottle of reagent on the tray, locate the cap with reagent C marked on the tubing, and screw it onto the new reagent bottle. You'll probably notice I have some inserts that I'm placing inside of the reagent bottles as I'm doing this, but I will touch on those shortly. You're going to repeat that same process for reagent B and then also for reagent A. Once all 3 reagents are in, you're going to be prompted to carefully slide the reagent drawer closed, making sure to guide the lines coming out of the bottles so that they do not get pinched or crimped. Go slow and steady, and if you feel any resistance while you're trying to slide the drawer in, you can slide it back out, make sure the lines aren't tangled or on the wrong side, and then slowly slide it back in again. Next, you'll be prompted to empty your waste container. It is optional though, and if you don't want to do it right now, you can always do it later on and leave the box unchecked. Last but not least, you'll confirm that you completed the reagent swap, and Fusion will send an update to your Trident so it can continue testing with its new batch of reagents. And that's it. Really simple process. There's really nothing to it. It's easy peasy. Now, as promised, the inserts you saw me adding to the bottles are from Neat Aquatics, and they're designed specifically for the Trident reagent bottles. They are color-coded and labeled A, B, and C, so you never mix them up, and they essentially make sure that the metal straw that sits inside each reagent bottle always stands perfectly vertical, so that you don't ever run into issues with the straw sitting on a harsh angle, so that it could sip air when the reagent gets low, and that your Trident is always pulling reagent from the bottom of the bottle. It also adds some rigidity to the tubing underneath the cap as well, which keeps it stable and makes it a lot tougher to accidentally yank off the tubing from the straw or from the little 90-degree barb fitting. It's just a simple and affordable add-on to make your life a little bit easier whenever you're doing these reagent swaps. Like I mentioned earlier, you also get calibration solution with each pack of reagents, and it is recommended that you calibrate your Trident every time you swap those reagents. But if you decide not to, don't sweat it. You can also use it as a reference for any manual test kits that you've got. It's a great tool for practicing and validating your own testing procedures to see how accurate you are with your own test kits. Now that you know how to swap out the reagents on your Trident, you can go ahead and do that. If you're in need of some reagents to go ahead and do that swap, you can pick some up by clicking right here.